Good evening, my people. And this is Jack Daniels at the Boxers Trainers Channel. I consider myself to be one of the best boxing trainers in the business. End of the day, that will be noted of public record. So last night we did the some of the undercard on the pay-per-view Showtime last featuring event before Showtime pay-per-view closes the door and goes out of business. This will be one of the biggest fights, in my opinion, of the year. It's going to be a monster of a fight featuring the main event, David Benavidez in the super lightweight division, the WBC interim champion, and his opponent is Demetrius Boo Andrade. Both are super middleweights, and both of them have been, I'll say, waiting. Waiting is an understatement in the sense that they've been waiting a long time to get a fight, a good recognition fight, as I might add. It is my belief the reason why they have to wait so long because everybody, or basically most of the fighters in the super middleweight division, have been totally and disrespectfully ducking both of these guys. That is because both of them are gifted, good fighters. Excuse me, gifted, good boxers, right? In the sense that they don't distinguish themselves as fighters. They distinguish themselves as boxers because they put together all the elements of a boxer. The distinction between the two is one, the boxer is less likely to be hit than the fighter. The fighter is just moving forward or punching and not really putting a display of orchestrated moves together. The boxer is the type of individual in the ring that knows exactly what he is going to do in his punch selection, in his ability to move in the ring. He has a predisposition about hitting and not getting hit. That's the boxer. So both of these guys are dangerous boxers. Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez. Both of them are undefeated. Both of them are 6-1. It's going to be a good fight, people. It's going to be a good fight. And I have stated for the record that I didn't want to be out on a limb picking either one of them as the victor because, in my opinion, this is a 50-50 fight because both of them, at the end of the day, are clamoring for the exact same thing, the win, the W. So I'm just going to be one of the pundits that stays in the middle in a safe spot and let the victor produce itself tomorrow night, November 25th, in Las Vegas. So let's talk about the co-main event, which is another good fight. It's another good fight. Both of these guys are angry, serious opponents, right? Jamal Charlo WBC middleweight champion of the world, right? This particular fight that he's fighting against, Jose Benavidez, the co-main event's brother, uh, they're fighting at a catch weight of 163. And oddly as it may seem, wow, oddly as it may seem, Jamal Charlo came in at 163. Excuse me, 166. That's 3 pounds over the catch weight that has already been put to paper in the contract. So anything over that weight is basically suggesting and indicating that Jamal Charlo didn't make weight. And for me, as a boxer, right, as a person that doesn't go into the ring ill-equipped, psychologically and physically, the psychological part of going in the ring ill-equipped would be missing weight. I mean, missing weight. I don't know if the people in the audience understand the total mindset of a person that misses weight psychologically, but it's a heck of a thing to miss weight, especially for a champion, especially for a champion. And Jamal Charlo is the middleweight champion of the world today, right? Yes, the fight will continue, and there will be some monetary sanctions handed out to Jamal Charlo, but I don't know. It doesn't feel good to me for a champion to go into the ring having missed weight, and the face-off was it gave a sense of urgency in regards to the opponent, um, Jose Benavidez Jr. Talking trash, right? He left the door open for Jose Benavidez to talk trash. I mean, he was doing that anyway, but this just made it worse, because Jose Benavidez Jr. is saying that Jamal Charlo doesn't have any discipline, and that's the thing about boxing, man. You know what I mean? You have to be disciplined to a certain point in your physical attributes, to where missing weight is not an option, and it also wears on your psyche. You know what I mean? Can you imagine going into the ring physically unprepared and thinking about the potential outcome or the potential repercussions psychologically because I didn't make weight? It's horrendous. So I said that to say Jose Benavidez is pushing to make Jamal Charlo upset, and hopefully that plays out in the ring. That is Jose Benavidez Jr.'s. That's what he is hoping on, and if it works, it's good. If it don't, it don't. But in my opinion, that is one of the things that Jose Benavidez Jr. is hoping on, that this weight thing eats and erodes away at Jamal Charlo's fighting ability. So let's move on to the next undercard. We got in the lightweight division, Hector Luis Garcia. Hector Garcia, if memory serves me correctly, fought Gervonta Tank Davis about 3 or 4 months ago. And they were calling him the old man. He's only 32, but for some strange reason, they was calling him an old man. And in that bout, that's how Hector Luis Garcia took the L, because Gervonta Davis knocked him out. think in the 6th or 7th round. Not certain on that. Don't hold me to paper on that. Okay, Hector Luis Garcia. He's 32. He's 5'9" height. He has a 66.9 reach. He's a southpaw, a right-hander, and he has 16 wins, 10 by way of KO, 1 loss, 1 stop, and no draws. Hector Garcia is I did do the visual tape on Hector, and he's a pretty good fighter, boxer, and in his movement and in his punch selection, right? I noticed he's pretty good with it on his feet, getting in and out of the way of punches and moving laterally, which is expected for a good boxer to have lateral movement. And Hector Garcia does make a good fight for whoever comes before him. In this case, it's Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is 28. He's 5'7". He has a 68.1 arm reach. His stance is orthodox right hand. He has 23 wins, 9 by KO, 1 loss, 0 stops, and 1 draw. And I also did the tape on him. Now this is going to be an interesting fight because these two guys have L's on their record, and they don't anticipate having another. So you'd have to go in the ring with the thought process of I can't take another L. Therefore, I got to do whatever I got to do to take this win. So you can expect this to be a darn good fight, to say the least, because both of them have pretty good skills. When you get to the point where you got 23, you got 23 wins and 1 loss, you think you're pretty good if you ain't, right? So, and that's a good thing for the boxer that's going in there with that mindset. His thinking is mixed in the sense that I got 1 loss, I can't take another, and so I'm preparing myself to be able to withstand whatever comes my way in the ring. You feel me? Because I just can't take another loss. That's the thought process of a boxer. Anyway, that's just it, right? I never got to that point because I didn't take no L's. I didn't take no L's. You know what I mean? I did whatever I had to do to be in condition and to be in shape, whereas I could do what I need to do in the ring to not suffer a loss. That's saying a lot. You know what I mean? That's saying a lot. Undefeated? Oh yeah. I was loving that. And to this day, I hold pride in that. So, anyway, that's all I got for y'all tonight. I got something that's really warm for y'all, but I need to put it together eloquently because it's well worth the effort that I need to put in to show the uniqueness of the individual. You feel me? So let's hit it. Hold up probably till tomorrow. But that's all I got for y'all tonight. I'd appreciate it very much. So if you would hit the subscription button if you hadn't. And for those that have, I appreciate you. I couldn't be doing this if it wasn't for y'all. And I couldn't be great at doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for y'all. So I'd appreciate it if you could. I'd appreciate it that you would continue to support me. Hit the subscription button if you haven't hit it. If you haven't hit it, hit the like button if you haven't hit it. And continue to follow me at Jack Daniels at the Boxing Trainers channel. So, like I said, that's all I got for y'all right now. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy and later.